The battle within the capital had now become just as intense as the one outside of the gate. Madara and his allies now engaged with the reincarnated Akatsuki of this world, Hidan, Kakazu, Deidara, and Sasori. The four former rogue shinobi had now banded together in this world after being reincarnated by the goddess Aqua. Now becoming mercenaries for the Devil King, they had come with the explicit task of taking Princess Iris for themselves. But now, standing across from them, three legendary shinobi, and some other guy that they knew nothing about. Deidara, of course, set his sights on the Uchiha, festering a hatred that could never die, while Kakazu engaged with the likes of Tobirama, Hidan with Jiraiya, and Kazuma left the battle against the puppet master, Sasori. Iris, Claire, and Rain would take shelter as Chris would be guarding them. She had gotten close enough to the princess who was wearing one of the sacred treasures that they needed, a necklace that gave the user the ability to body swap with someone else, a dangerous artifact that if fell into the wrong hands could potentially be used to grant immortality, something that could spell for disaster in this world. You are not as powerful as I thought, Tobirama. I find it hard to believe that elder brother ever had trouble with you. You're not someone that he ever brought up to me very much. I find you to be highly overrated. Now, water style, water surging wave jutsu. I don't think so. From outside of the infinity pouch that Kakazu had, multiple hearts would appear, all of them imbued by his powerful string that formed them into chakra monsters, each one with a mask bearing an element. The elements of wind and fire would emerge from the two hearts as the mask would begin to open, causing a high-level inferno to engage with the water surge that was shot towards him, the two jutsus canceling each other out. With this pouch, I can store infinite amounts of wealth as well as infinite amounts of tools at my disposal. I am no longer limited to just 5 hearts, Kakazu said as he swallowed the pouch. Once it's inside of me, I can use the threads to open and close the pouch at will. Do you know how many hearts I have stored in here? Countless. From the lives that you've taken. You are a vile creature, Kakazu. You were better off dead. Well, it's no matter. I have been given a second chance at life, and yet you still make the same mistakes. Hidan swung wildly at Jiraiya as the two shinobis seemingly evenly matched in combat. Hidan was never much of a shinobi. Powerful, yes, but even among the Akatsuki, he was still one of the weakest. All he had was the intensity to never give up, an undying body, and a zealous will for his god Jashin. To bring now the head of the legendary Toad Sage Jiraiya off to the pedestal of one and only Jashin. Yes, to give him the head of the Toad Sage. Jashin, is that all you talk about? What else could there be? What other glory could there be than death? What made you this way? Jiraiya said. You were once a shinobi, but now you've become nothing but a deranged lunatic, devoid of all sense and purpose. Purpose. You talk to me about purpose, Hidan said. What would you know about purpose? I was once a shinobi, and I was proud of my people. We were a small village, but we fought. We never gave up until the war came to an end. And do you know what they wanted to do? They turned us into a tourist attraction for hot springs, damn it! That's what all this is about? You became a psychotic killer because your village turned into a tourist destination? It's easy for you to view it that way. You hail from one of the strongest nations in the world. A nation that garnered respect and authority. But for me, what was I supposed to do? I used to be a part of the execution squad for my village. We were given the most impossible of tasks. Hell, I had to go up against you Leaf Shinobi a few times. Each time it took a piece of me, a part of me that I could never get back. So imagine my surprise when I come limping home from yet another harrowing escape, only to find out that all of my suffering, all of my anguish, everything I went through was for nothing. Nothing. They retired us. They deconstructed the military. We were out of a job. My friends, we were all discarded. Tools. But now, what was the point? They didn't need some washed up has-been like me. I gave everything. I gave my will, my body, my spirit, my heart. I sacrificed my morality. We were desperate, you know. We had to do whatever it took to win, even if it meant taking out a couple of bystanders. I did that for my village, and my village turned its back on me. It tried to shove me into the dark. It tried to pretend like I didn't exist. But then I was shown the way. I was shown that no man is ever truly created equal. And keep in mind, I did all of this without even knowing how to use a freaking jutsu. But eventually I learned the way of Jashin, of knowing that in this life we will walk down different paths, but we are united by the common theme of death, the grave. Oh, great Toad Sage, the grave for you and for me. But I will bear the sins of mankind, because for as long as I live, there will always be death. As long as I live, my mission is to provide salvation for the people of this world. I have gone village by village, liberating their souls in the name of Jashin. And now, I will exercise Jashin's righteous mercies to these people. All of them. We will walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and I will guide them to a better place. You're insane, Jiraiya said. I cannot argue that. Meanwhile, Kazuma was racing through the castle, fighting for his life as Sasori and his puppets gave chase. The crimson demon puppets that he were now commanding were firing off explosive magic, causing the castle to be destroyed in the process as Kazuma defended for his life. Crazy puppets! Crazy puppets! Why? Of all things, why crazy puppets? Kazuma, what are you doing? Chris said as she started running next to him. I don't know. I talked a big game, and he really pissed me off for what he did with the damn puppets. The puppets? Those are Crimson Demons, Kazuma said to Chris. Crimson Demons? You mean like Megamine? That means he found some of her people. Who knows what he did to them? It really, really pisses me off. Well, he's going to be the hardest to take down. I mean, his whole body is the treasure. Huh? Don't you remember? The body of the Puppet King? It's a sacred treasure. He put his own soul inside of the puppet. How are we going to be able to stop him? I don't know. But with that body, he can make a whole army of puppet people. And chances are, he's going to unleash that full force on top of us. Before they even had a chance to continue, the puppets would start turning through the halls as Sasori gave chase after them. They're the strangest bunch of people that I've ever seen. Though I have to say, the body of the Puppet King is unlike anything else. Its craftsmanship, it truly is a work of art. But it can always stand to be improved. Now, it's time for the show. As Kazuma continued to run, he then remembered an old gift that he had been given by Vanir. He remembered pulling out the mask as he slapped it onto his face. Seriously? Chris would say. Now of all times, you want to have a little fashion show? No, that's not it. This was a gift that I was given. It's supposed to be something that's powerful, or something that can make me powerful. Make you powerful? Oh, what? Another sacred treasure? Kazuma, I expected better of you, and no, it's not a sacred treasure. It's something new. This mask is supposed to amplify my magical abilities by tenfold. If I'm able to do that, I can jump up in level, and maybe I can take this guy down. As Kazuma would put the mask on, the dark mask of Vanir, he felt a strange sensation start to wash over his body. For Chris, she would provide the temporary distraction for the puppets, as Sasori began to surround her on all fronts. Your skin, Sasori said, it shines in the moonlight. Your eyes, a perfect shade of violet, shining like amber. Your hair, like a polished silver. Yes, I know how I would want to string you up. Sorry about this, but I have no intentions on becoming your new plaything. In fact, I'm going to need you to hand over that body. Hand it over? I'm afraid I can't do that. It was a gift given to me by a god. And I have to say, she knows exquisite taste. Because now I can truly be free. I have my own dream. I will become the next puppet king of this world. I will make everyone like me. No one will ever have to suffer again. Suffer? Oh, you're talking about your own past, aren't you? About your family. Look, I'm sorry about what happened to your parents. So you know about that? It's my job to know. Truly, you have my sympathies. But even still, they wouldn't want this for you. Surely you have to know that. Maybe. But I know that I can never go to where they are. I know that I could never be with them. But you can. I can help you. Please, you don't have to do this. I appreciate the kind words. But lying isn't going to save you. So, another voice said, this feeling, hopelessness, despair. Yes, it's all quite savory. Chris turned to see that Kazuma had now arisen, the mask now taking hold over him. The mask of Vanir. Yes, feel it. Can't you feel it in the air? Kazuma would then strike a pose as he walked into the center of the room, as he grabbed hold of the hand of a female puppet, and they began to dance. They began to do a version of the waltz. Both Chris and Sasori were perplexed as Kazuma danced from puppet to puppet. Na 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 na. What is he doing? Tell me, Sasori of the Akatsuki, of another world, Kazuma said. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale light of the moon? Your puppets, I can feel them. The splendor, the grace, the effort that you put into making them. The way that they're able to glide with me on the dance floor. The way that their joints move so effortlessly, so freely. Yes, I can feel it. I can feel it all. What? Sasori was now perplexed. This was his enemy. But why did he understand him? How? How are you able to understand my puppets? Because I can feel it. I feel the negative emotion that was poured into their creation. You, with the body of the Puppet King, you are nothing like the Puppet King of old. No, you are something else entirely. You are a visionary. You are a revolutionary. You can see the forest for the trees. You understand the finer details. And now, I want to express my appreciation. Kazuma took Sasori by the hand. I propose a challenge. A challenge, Sasori said. A challenge, Chris said. Your body against mine. Huh? We will have a dance. We will dance until one of us falls first. The loser must submit to the winner. Your puppet body against my real one. And let us see whose existence deserves to exist. Deserves to exist? What the hell? Chris thought. This is stupid. This is honestly stupid. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. There's no way that he's actually going to. Fine, I agree. What? What the hell? But if we're going to do this, we do this my way. This body, it wasn't made to dance. But she is. Huh? Chris immediately felt herself moving against her will. Sasori using the strings to control her. Kazuma, help me! It's all right now, Chris. There's no need to worry. I got you. And I promise, I'm never going to let you go. But Kazuma, shh, no. Shh, don't do that. Kazuma, what are you doing? I have no control of myself and... If she can handle the strain of my strings, then we'll see. Are you willing to put everything on the line? You know I am, Kazuma said. I don't consent to any of this. It's too late for that. Don't worry, Chris. Now we can dance the night away. And I have to say, I never thought that I would get a chance to entertain such a beautiful god in this moment. Kazuma, come on. This isn't you talking, it's the mask, clearly. No. The mask only gives me the chance to say and do things that I could never do as my normal self. I feel a confidence that I've never felt before. Of course, it's probably because of all of the negative emotions that I'm feeding on right now. Your embarrassment, your shyness, your baffleness, but also a tinge of excitement. Excitement? Yeah, Kazuma said, as they started gliding all around the room, sorcery commanding Chris's body, moving her more and more intensely as Kazuma had to match pace with her rhythm. Kazuma? The way you sit on your throne. Whoa! The way that you look inside of that purple gown. The way that I can look into your eyes, and as if I can see an entire universe inside of them. Kazuma! There's no need to be afraid, Eris. I promise you, you have my undying loyalty. For you, I will give everything I have, and even more. From beginning to end, I want you to know this. Kazuma, please, I don't think now's the time. If you ask me, there could be no better time. Somebody help! Meanwhile, high in the sky above, as Deidara was flying on the clay dragon, beginning to rain down his smaller bombs, Madara would make sure to cut through them, surging through with lightning-style jutsu, the discharge. What's the matter, Madara? Said that you were supposed to be one of the greatest shinobi that ever lived. But yet, you seem to be drawing breath mighty fast. I can see that you really have animosity towards the Uchiha. Animosity? Nah, that doesn't even begin to cover it. You know, I never wanted to join the Akatsuki. In my personal opinion, I think you're all a bunch of losers. But I got drawn in. And you know how I got drawn in? I got drawn in because of your stupid descendant. Huh? Itachi. Itachi. Madara was familiar with the name, rather loosely. He had heard bits and pieces of this Itachi Uchiha, but he had never taken it much into consideration. He walked in that day, and he made a fool out of me. He made me join the Akatsuki. And then, worse, little brother had to come along and then strong-arm me to death. Little brother? Yeah, Sasuke! Wait, Sasuke? You fought Sasuke? Fought Sasuke. I should have won. I should have won that fight, damn it! He only won because he used a reverse summoning jutsu on a summoning jutsu in the span of 0.3 seconds. I wasted my explosion. I wasted my supreme art on a loser like him. I thought it was over. I thought I'd never get a chance Then I was given a second life. And look at what you've managed to do with it, Madara said, as now clay golems would start to lug towards him. Madara flipped through the air as he drew his sword, attempting to slice through them only for his blade to get caught, as Deidara would start triggering off his explosions that seemingly always managed to hit no matter what Madara did. But now fate has shined upon me on this day, and it's given me something I thought I would never get. Ultimate retribution. Because not only do I get to kill an Uchiha, I get to kill the Uchiha. I hate to disappoint you, but it looks like you're about to go 0 for 3. 0 for 3? 0 for 3? No. I already know without a doubt that I'm stronger than you. My level says so. Your level? This eye, the evil eye monocle, it allows me to see more than just my target. It allows me to see through your illusions. Your genjutsu, it won't affect me. And even more, I can see the levels of different adventurers. You're decent. You're a level 31. But I'm a level 40, bitch! Without hesitation, Deidara would begin to rain down his C1s. Multiple insect-like detonators would begin to descend upon Madara. Madara would crouch down low as he drew his blade once again, imbuing it with lightning-style chakra. It's obvious that he's using some form of earth style with his clay. That's why I have to find a way to stop it, to neutralize it. That's where you're wrong. The bombs would begin to detonate as Madara would surge with his lightning-style chakra. But this time, it didn't work. This clay, I made especially for lightning users. Inside of it are tiny air pockets that when detonated, it gives off a strong gust of wind. Now, I know that it's been a while since you've been in school, Madara, but I think you know how chakra nullification works element to element. Lightning might be good against earth and against water, but it has a weakness to air and wind style. So you're using the wind to cover up for the shortcomings of the earth style. Precisely. You know, when you're sitting in a cave, surrounded by feral creatures that want to eat you, it gives you a lot of time to think. And for me, nothing kept me going more than thinking about every way that I could kill an Uchiha. I thought about every way I could have destroyed Sasuke, every way I could have killed Itachi. But now I get to put all of that to the test. Because now I get to destroy you. This is the end, Madara. In the end, you were unfortunate enough to cross my path. But consider this divine retribution. After all, it's not like you were ever a good person anyway. So it's not like you're going to be missed in this world anyhow. I am going to show this world what art truly is. This will be my first masterpiece. And I will dub it in your honor. The Massacre of Madara Uchiha. A one-time only performance. An explosion so large that it's gonna rock the heavens. Now, Madara Uchiha. This idiot, Madara thought. But he could hear the cries of the people all around them. The death that was being caused. These idiots had come back from the dead, and they only brought trouble with them. Madara's eyes would begin to glow, a dark crimson red. Ooh, the Sharingan. I'm so scared. You should be, boy. I have faced people a lot stronger than you. Compared to them, you're nothing but an afterthought. No, this is not the end for me. It's the end for you and your foolish ambitions. Because you actually dreamed that you could beat an Uchiha. You'd be better off trying to scoop up the entire ocean with a bucket. That would have been a better endeavor for you. No. Fate must truly hate you, boy, because it brought you to me. Ooh, I'm so scared, Madara. You should be. Iris would watch on from a safe hiding places all around her. The climactic battles were now drawing to an epic finish. But far off on the hill, overlooking the capital, there was a knight in armor that shined like the moon, with his riders behind him. Lord Timujin, what do you want to do? Isn't it obvious? We're going back into battle, men. The Devil King has made a grave mistake coming to my home. And of your sister? Leave her to me, General. Right. You heard, Master Timujin. Now, we march into battle! Timujin would race forward on his horse, his men following after. Another soul reincarnated into this world. A soul, once poor and desolate, that had been reborn into royalty. But even in his past life, from there to now, he had always been bound by a sense of duty and honor. And now someone had tried to besmirch that honor. He felt a heat emanating from his side. He would never forget that day when the goddess bestowed upon him a blessing. You will be reborn into this world. And when you are born, you will be given a weapon, the greatest of them all. You will become Timujin of Axel. You will be the one to slay the Devil King and to destroy all evil in this world. For this, you have been chosen. This is your birthright. The goddess that radiated blue gave him this remark, and it had stuck with him his whole life. Now Timujin raced forward into battle, ready to cut down evil once again. This concludes Konosuba, the Last Shinobi of the Wonderful World. What if Madara Uchiha was reincarnated in Konosuba, Season 3, Part 6. As always, if you enjoyed today's video and everything else that we have to offer, then please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for post notifications so you can stay up to date on everything that is PowerCore Productions and Podcastings that's to come out now and in the future. Stay tuned next time as we continue with Konosuba, the Last Shinobi of the Wonderful World, where Madara Uchiha was reincarnated in Konosuba, Season 3, Part 7. But anyway, that's going to do it for the end of today's video. I'm Javon Harrington with PowerCore Productions and Podcastings, signing off, and I'll see you next time.